Julie Chrisley's 7-year jail sentence for bank extortion and assess avoidance was tossed out in late June due to inadequately prove, and a resentencing was requested. Savannah Chrisley is prepared for her mom Julie Chrisley to come home. The Chrisley Knows Best alum, 26, shared on her Unlocked podcast that she is hopeful Julie, 51, will be domestic inside the another few months after government judges vacated her 7-year jail sentence for tax avoidance and bank fraud in late June, and a resentencing was requested. So presently we sit and hold up, ideally, no more than 90 days to go for that hearing, Savannah shared. And ideally, she comes domestic since the requests court said they might not discover the proof utilized to convict mother. So that's a very enormous deal. She included, hopefully she comes domestic. On the off chance that she comes domestic, goodness my gosh, life will be so much better. On June 21, a 3-judge board of the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Requests maintained the feelings of Julie, her husband Todd Chrisley, who gotten a sentence of 12 a long time in jail, and their bookkeeper Diminished Tarantino, but found that the initial trial judge had miscounted Julie's sentence when she was indicted in 2022. Agreeing to the judge's administering, which was gotten by individuals, Julie was held mindful for the whole bank extortion conspire, which started in 2006, but the judges found deficiently proved to demonstrate that she was included sometime recently 2007. Her case was sent back to a lower court for resentencing, so a judge seemed returned to how much Julie's sentence ought to vary from its unique. Communicating her wish for her mother to be discharged from jail by the occasion season, Savannah told her podcast audience members, "I'm making it my objective that, like, by Thanksgiving, she's domestic. So I will keep you folks overhauled on that entirety process." She added that if her mother returns from jail, at that point, she would have time to truly center on all of Dad's stuff, counting working with her parents' attorneys to record a movement for incapable help of guide. The appeals court gave us a really strong case for incapable direct by saying the trial attorney ought to have done X, I, and these. They ought to have objected. They ought to have recorded the movement timely, she said. For a few reasons, they chosen to record it to a long time past the due date. So none of that truly makes sense to me, particularly once you spend in supreme fortune. Amid the podcast, Savannah too shared a few understanding into how the family was taking the news. She reviewed that Chloe, her niece who had been beneath her parents' care, had tears well up in her eyes at the thought that Julie may return domestic after her resentencing. "I know for me that I'm in this put of needing to cheer, but at the same time, I do not want to get my trusts up. I tend to do that a lot," she said. "So I do not need to disillusion her, and I do not need to disappoint my younger brother Grayson." Along with Savannah, Julie and Todd, 55, moreover shared children Chase, 28, and Grayson, 18. Todd is also dad to daughter Lindsay, 34, and son Kyle, 32, with his ex-wife Teresa Terry.